So we successfully deliver our product last few years. So we'd like to kind of explain the story behind it. And of course, like it's not that the technology that needed to build this product. There's other elements that are needed. And in order to create an innovative product, we put a lot of energy on creating an environment which fosters that innovation. So we would like to share about our product and then also our culture and then our environment behind this product development. And we hope that there are some tips that you can pick up from this presentation. And this is a brief agenda for today. And first, we would like to explain our product LOVOT. And also why our company GrooveX adopted LESS. And we also had a lot of experiments, so we would like to share some of them. So we'll just introduce ourselves. I'm a bit nervous, but I joined GrooveX in 2017. And I joined the company as a software engineer. And then 2022, I changed my role to Scrum Master. And my focus, back then, my focus shifted to help others to achieve good stuff. And my name is Aki, and you already know I'll be translating his talk. And also, I was with them for 3 or 4 years. So I'll like to add something that if I notice something that I could add some value. And first, I would like to explain about our product LOVOT. And it was released. It was released 2019, and it was released as a home use robot. The meaning of robot is that the robot will do some work for humans. That's the kind of meaning of the word robot. But our robot doesn't do anything to the humans. But we are aiming for the customers to accept this robot as their family member, like a pet, to welcome to their family. So the love in a family and also a robot part. So we combined these two terms and then created the term, name it LOVOT. And our original target of a customer was that the people who wanted to have a pet, but because of the surroundings, they couldn't live with pets. That's our initial target. But, however, that when we released the product, we realized that even families already have pets, they actually welcome LOVOT also as a part of their family. And we brought the third generation LOVOT. And we would like to focus on first generation, how we made this first generation of LOVOT in this session.
2015年の冬にわずか数名で会社が立ち上がりました。
So this journey started in 2015. The company was started, formulated by just a few people.
どんどん数は増えていき、2018年には120名になりました。
And by the time we reached 2018, we had 120 employees
チームを20チーム、
and 20 teams
スクラムマスターも6人、
and 6 Scrum Masters. So we grow pretty quickly.
今回はそのあたりの話を主にやっていきます。
And we would like to focus on this time period and what happened in the organization. We'd like to share that.
2019年の12月に初期のラボットが一般発売。
And we released LOVOT in 2019.
2019年の開発組織の構造です。
And this shows that the team product group, how it's structured in 2019 when the LOVOT was about to be released.
120名の全社員のうち80名が開発組織。
And out of 120 people, 80 people are in the product development group.
黄色いチームがハードウェアです。
And the yellowish colored teams are mainly working on the hardware part.
緑色のチームがソフトウェア。
And green colored teams are mainly work on the software
青色
area.
のチームがデザインやラボットの洋服を作るチームです。この子は着せ替えができます。
And blue teams are working on, for example, clothing teams works focusing on creating clothes for the LOVOT. So LOVOT actually changes their clothes. And then also design team is creating like a marketing material, packaging, and all that kind of stuff.
この頃は、120名のうち40名がバックオフィスやビジネスや PR をする組織になります。
So remaining 40 people are like in the back office helping like marketing and also sales and accounting and all that kind of back office stuff.
会社全体で生産ラインやアフターサービスも整えています。
And then we also maintain our production line, and also we provide customer service by ourselves.
ではなぜグルーベックスが、レースに適用したか。
And
イノベーティブなプロダクトのことを説明します。
and then there's few reasons that the GrooveX adopted less, so we'd like to explain that.
ラボットは5700点もの部品で構成されています。
And LOVOT is created by a lot of parts, 5,700 parts in total.
皆様がお使いのスマートフォンやノート PC は約2000点です。
Like your smartphone, like a cell phone or the PCs, there are about like 2,000 parts.
約3倍もの部品が使われていることでもうすでに複雑だったことが分かります。
So amount of parts suggests how complex the product is.
タッチセンサーや障害物センサーなど50個のセンサーを搭載しています。
And we have 50 sensors included. So like touch sensors, if you touch the robot, robot will know that humans are touching you.
もちろん加えて3つのカメラとマイクロフォン、スピーカーも搭載しています。
Also, it has 3 cameras to identify, to check the surroundings, to move around, also to see your faces. So it has a face recognition, so it remembers you, and then if you're nice to it, then it will get closer to you. So to achieve that, it has needed those a lot of cameras, sensors, and all that kind of stuff.
もちろん CPU やストレージなど PC の要素もあります。
Of course, we have CPUs, a lot of CPUs, and also hard disk drive and all that kind of stuff is also inside.
より特徴的なのが感情豊かに動くためのサーボモーターです。こちら20個以上。
And we have so we wanted to create simulate a living creature, right? So we wanted to achieve like a smooth movement. In order to achieve that, we have like 20 motors internally.
この小さい個体にそれだけ複雑な部品が揃っておいて、複雑なプロダクトになっている。
And so it seems like a very small robot, but it has consists of a lot of parts, and then it's a very complex product.
私たちが考えるのはラボット単体がプロダクトではありません。
And in our view, LOVOT itself is not the whole product.
ラボットを取り巻く状況をご説明します。
So entire ecosystem is our product.
インターネットを介してスマートフォンアプリと接続することができます。
So it connects to internet, and then if you install their app, you can control LOVOT through your app.
ラボットが毎日のデータをクラウドに上げて蓄えている。
And LOVOT also sends all the data to the cloud, and then so you can store the data on the cloud.
それを使って遠隔で故障診断。
So the people who are supporting them, they can remotely analyze those data, and then if there is something wrong with it, they can fix it remotely.
カスタマーサポートや EC サービスなど全部ひっくるめてラボットの体験を実現しています。
So we have our own e-commerce site, and then our customer service also. So those everything is include also actually their assembly line. They also work on it. So the total thing is their product.
今まで説明した通り複雑なロボットです。
Like I explained, it's a very complex product.
そのため私たちは一度に全部作るのではなくインクルメンタルで作業しています。
So that's why we try to make an incremental way of creating this robot. 小さく作って早めにフィードバックを得ることで価値が出ると思っています。 So we create a small increment and then test them and then get the feedback and learn from it and then reflect that to the next version.
そこでレスやスクラムを採用して、その背景のレスやスクラムを採用しました。
And so in order to work in an incremental way, of course, the LESS fits into this policy.
ハードウェアとソフトウェアを合わせて複雑なプロダクトです。ラボット。ハードウェアとソフトウェアが合わさったとても複雑なプロダクトです。
So we need to work on the hardware side and as well as the software side. We need to integrate those two together to actually make it work.
2つの、開発フェーズがあると考えています。
And we have like two major phases in our product development. First phase is a prototyping phase.
プロトタイピングフェーズは 3D プリンターなどを使って高速でハードを生み出します。
And during this prototyping phase, we use like 3D printers or we purchase parts and then we assemble very quickly.
さらにそこにソフトウェアを結合させます。
And then we always integrate software to it, and so it make it work to hardware and the software together.
1スプリント、1インクルメントができています。
And during the prototyping phase, we didn't have any problem like creating an increment every sprint.
量産になるとまた話が変わってきます。
But when we enter in the mass production phase, the story will change, and it's totally different.
ハードウェアは設計をして金型を作って実際のハードウェアが来るまで時間がかかります。
And because when we are getting ready to mass production, we need to design and then also we need to create a die or mold to press to create the parts. And then we need to assemble it to actually make it work so that then we can, the software engineers can work on it.
ソフトウェアは試作機でその間開発をするんです。
So during the time, software engineers need to work on the previous version of the hardware.
ハードウェアとソフトウェアで開発のリズムに違いが生まれるのです。
So that created this difference in cadence of software development and hardware development.
量産が終わると、今度はソフトウェアがオンラインアップデートで数々の機能をリリースしていきます。
And then after the release, hardware won't change once it's shipped. So we will update online. Just software can be updated online.
プロトタイピングと量産の2つのフェーズを把握し、私たちはこの開発手法を改善し続けています。
So we distinguish these two phases, and then we learn what to do with it. And so we try to do an improvement cycle for next version of LOVOT.
続きまして、透明性の欠如について説明します。
Also, the other reason that we adopted less was that we had a lacking the transparency.
まだレスを適用する以前は、プロダクトバックログがバラバラに存在しています。
And before less adoption, each team had their own product backlog, and it was distributed.
チームメンバーが何を開発しているか分からなくなったり、チーム間で待ちが発生したりしています。
And team members didn't know what they're working on, and they didn't know what the final results are. And then also there's a waiting time for other team to work on something.
チームメンバーのモチベーションも下がって、
And also decrease the motivation of the developers.
レスを適用した後に、プロダクトバックログを共有にしようという試みが行われます。
So we created the one unified product backlog and then shared that to everyone.
ちょうど会社のオフィスを転籍したあたりで、広大な部屋を使って、みんなでポストビットでプロダクトバックログを整理しました。
So we use a whole wall of the office as a product backlog to organize the whole product backlog.
常にメンバーがプロダクトバックログを見れる場所に置くことによって、全体を俯瞰して見えることになりました。
And because we have this visibility of a product backlog, so everyone it's easy to notice what's coming up in the future.
価値のある仕事ができるメンバーがそれによって増えていったのです。
Also, that means that also we have a single order product backlog, so that that means that the people are working on the meaningful, valuable things for the moment. So that also motivated people.
部分最適化も減り、全体最適化が進みました。
Also, this separate distributed product backlog created a silo for the teams, but now it's we can see the whole product view.
それではイノベーションに必要な組織の設計についてです。
And I also wanted to touch upon the organizational design part to enhance the innovation.
この話をするときには CEO の林かやめについて話さないといけない。
And when we talk about this, I need to touch this person, our CEO of a company.
彼は大企業での経験から従来型の組織構造がイノベーションを阻害していると考えています。
So this Kaname, she is used to work in large enterprises, and from his experience, this division or this separation, and also this micromanaging is stopping us from creating innovative product.
サイロ化が加速すると成果の奪い合いになることがあります。
And when this become a silo as a team, and then teams started to compete each other,
部分最適化も進みます。
and then of course when the teams are competing to each other, they hate each other. So it's not a healthy communication between them.
社員が低い目標を立てて成果を大きくするということも問題だと思っています。
Also, he observed some behavior like if you are with the manager, you set the target for the performance appraisal, but some people just aim it low so they can achieve every time. He could see those kind of dysfunctions everywhere in large enterprises.
彼はヒエラルキー構造を完全に否定しているわけではありません。
But he's not denying totally about the hierarchy in the organization.
とても優秀なマネジメントがいればヒエラルキー構造にも効果が出る。
But he believes if we have exceptionally excellent product manager, probably it might work, but he feels that that's not realistic.
ですが、あえて私たちはマネージャーがいなくフラットな組織構造に挑戦します。
So as a result, we try to create a flat organization so that everyone can contribute to create some innovation.
その背景にスクラムやレス、そういうものが私たちの組織を支えています。
And all that established, we will Scrum and less structure will help us to achieve that.
CEO の思惑通りに、マネージャーがいない状態で自己組織化が進んでいます。
And like the CEO's vision, we increase the self-managing teams and then delegate the authority to the teams a lot more.
トップダウンで決めるような重要な、規定でさえボトムアップで決めることが行われています。
And so in our organization, most of the decisions, like widely important decisions in the organization, usually made by the teams.
これは会社のスピリッツ、社訓のようなものを会社の代表と CEO が決めているところです。
For example, this picture we are thinking about like what's our we call this our spirit, which is like what's the value that we think it's important for us. So this was one weekend. Volunteers came together with the CEO, and then they discussed what's our value, and then they came up with what's important for ourselves.
ここで生まれた3つのスピリッツはいまだに存在します。
And these kind of things, it still exists, and these kind of things are also created by the teams.
全社員が協力して顧客の価値に向き合う、そんな文化が調整されました。
And then doing these activities again and again, it's kind of making a group as a focus as a whole.
次は組織構造と文化についてです。
And also wanted to touch on the culture side and structure side.
弊社の経営コンセプトです。
And we have a concept called cave concept.
これは全社員が動物の中で家族のように過ごすことを意味しています。
Just assume that everyone live in a cave together as a family, kind of big family.
フロアの至るところにホワイトボードが置かれて、即席の会議、即席のミーティングがいつでも行われています。
In this environment, whiteboard are everywhere. I think most of the agile adoption, you see a lot of whiteboards. We are also same way.
実はホワイトボードが多すぎて数年前に廃棄したんです。
However, we throw away 20 whiteboards recently
ホワイトボードは物理的なチーム間の壁になって、
because actually it created a wall between teams and became silos. So we tried to remove a lot of the whiteboard, but we still have some.
CEO の席も特別なものは用意されてません。
And CEO doesn't have a dedicated room. He just sit in the floor with the team members.
社員が見渡せる真ん中の普通の席に CEO 座っています。
And that's the center picture at the desk of the CEO.
定期的にスポーツイベントなどをして社員同士が交流しています。
Also, we do activities together. Like we have regular like a soccer match, or they have also karate practice every day, or other like volleyball, basketball, like those kind of activities.
他にも、
Also, during like when it gets to like 5 p.m. or so, people start to go to they have a kitchen in their office, and then some volunteers start creating rice bowls. So a lot of young people are working in this Groove X, and then people doesn't have food when they go back, so they need to fix, right? So they eat together there, and then they communicate there also.
ラーマンさんの言葉に、組織構造が大企業は組織構造が文化を作るというものがあります。
And in Lerman's law, there is a phrase, sentence that culture follows structure, and in tiny young orgs, structure follows culture.
大企業は縦割り構造が強いため、部門サイクルが自然と優先される、そんな状況に陥ります。
So the big enterprises have this silos, so they focus on inside of their silos, right?
私たちみたいな若い企業はまだ組織構造が固まっています。
And like us, young ones, doesn't have any structure in the organization at all.
日々の振る舞いや価値観がそのまま組織構造になっています。
And our thinking, behaviors will create a structure.
そのため私たちは洞窟コンセプトなどを使ってフラットな組織文化に挑戦します。
And we, like the cave concept or flat organization, we try to keep that is our kind of source of our culture.
それをスクラムやレスが支えています。
And in order to enable those cultures, let's provide a structure for that.
実験的な試みを最後に紹介します。
And we'd like to share some of the experiments we have done.
最初はハードウェアの自動化です。
First is automation on the hardware testing.
ハードウェアのテストには3つあると考えています。
And there is three kind of hardware testing that we do.
一つはシミュレーションによるテストです。
First one is using the simulator.
開発の初期段階で大量のデータを投入して試験をすることができます。
Because we use the simulator we can pick any elements, and then we can test it using the simulator very easily.
もう一つはハードウェアの実機を使った自動テスト。
And second one is using real hardware and then software to test the integration.
これはラボットに初めて電源を入れて充電台から出て配送して充電台に戻るまでをテストします。
So what it does is that you push it, and then if you wanted to deploy it, and then it will create the image, and it deploy to LOVOT, and then it will do some movement to check the sensors, and then if everything's working well, it will run around a little bit and then see if everything's working well, then it will go back to the nest.
OS を作るためにこのテストを行っています。
And then this is done every time they deploy new software.
その他にサーボモーターの耐久試験をするような自動耐久試験が
Also, we wanted to do stress testing. So it's kind of a long-term test, but we wanted to make sure that our product is safe enough to use it at home. So we run it for a long time.
社員がラボットの持ち帰ってカナリアテストみたいなことをしています。
And also, after all those tests, we don't deploy to every customer at once. We do a canary releasing. So we first deploy to CEO and also employees LOVOT, and then they'll test it at home and use it with the new software, and then if it's going to be okay.
もちろん指導によるテストもしていますが、自動テストとフィードテストを合わせて現実世界に耐えれる。
Still, humans need to check if it's okay or not, but we try to automate it as much as possible.
続いてはエンジニアが
And next thing that I would like to touch is to getting closer to the customer.
これのルーツは初期モデルを開発したときにカスタマーサポートをエンジニアが自らやっていた。
And this is began with when we released the product, engineers were answering the phone from the customers at the beginning.
新しいショップが生まれるとエンジニアが、店頭に立ちます。
And we have a lot of shops now, but in those shops, also engineers go there and then meet with a real customer and then get to know them.
定期的な YouTube のイベントなども行っています。
And we have a regular YouTube event.
エンジニアが出演し、リアルタイムで、顧客と話したり Q&A を受けます。
And this event, we invite customers, and also that other customers are watching over the internet, so they can comment while streaming, and then we can interact with the customers. So these events are also engineers are joining to understand.
弊社のオフィスにはラボットミュージアムというものもあります。
And also, we created the LOVOT museum in the same building in our office, so customers can come visit the museum and then touch and feel the LOVOT.
ラボットミュージアムやショップには最新の OS を顧客に届ける前にインストールしてフィードバックをいたします。
And then we use this opportunity, so like we deployed a recent version to the museum and the shops, and to see the reaction of the customers also.
このようにエンジニアが顧客と近いことはとても重要な要素であると私たちは考えます。
And we believe it's a very important essence, really getting close to the customer and get to know them.
続いては、採用するときの基本方針です。
Also, the other experiment we did is related to hiring.
これを使用するのはエンジニア自ら採用の選考プロセスに入るからです。
And so in our organization, teams decide who to hire.
スキルフィットとカルチャーフィットの二軸で選考します。
So that this is a tool that we use for the teams to kind of help making decision who to hire.
スキルフィットもなくカルチャーフィットもない人は不採用になります。
So we have two dimensions, and if the person has a skill fit to our organization or does the culture fit to our organization, we will think about two dimensions.
カルチャーフィットは高くスキルが低い、そういったエンジニアは場合によってはジュニアとして採用します。
So when the skill fit is low but the culture fit is high, then we still have hired them as junior developers.
ジュニアであることを本人に伝えます。
And we also tell them that we consider to hire as a junior developer.
スキルも高くカルチャーフィットも高いエンジニアは大歓迎です。
Of course, we will hire if culture fit is high and the skill fit is high.
問題はスキルが高くてカルチャーフィットが低い。
The problem is that the skill fit is high, but the culture fit is low.
これはいわゆるブリリアントジャークになる恐れがあると考えています。
続けてください。
組織を壊す存在になる可能性があると考えています。
So that in these areas, people might destroy or damage our organization. So that's we try to avoid hire these people.
正社員では採用しません。
So we never hire as an employee.
場合によっては業務委託で採用します。
It depends, but we might still work as kind of external in some cases.
このように、チームが選考プロセスに入ること、カルチャーフィットが重視されているのが私たちです。
So our unique point is that the team will make the decision who to hire, and also we focus more on the culture fit. It's a very important essence for us.
選考に入るメンバーがプランニングポーカーのように同時にいたします。
So after the interview, team will come together on the table and then use this as a kind of like a planning poker, see which field that this person will fit, And most of the time, they are aligned.
つもりのように違うこともあるんですけど、その時は話し合いが行われます。
And if there is not alignment, then they will start discussing, of course.
最後にガーデナーチームについて説明します。
And also, we would like to introduce the gardener.
これはスクラムマスターと人事が統合したチームになります。
So gardener is a group that consists of Scrum Masters and also HR specialists.
評価や査定は行いません。
And these group of people doesn't assess or doesn't do performance appraisals.
社員同士のトラブルや紛争解決でこのチームが生まれました。
So this group generated because of the conflicts or the things that they couldn't solve by the teams themselves. So they needed some kind of support. So that's the reason that we created this group.
改善が必要な社員の成長をサポートしたり、
And if there is a need for the support of the developers, they will come and support.
成果を出している社員をもっと成果をさせるようにサポートしたり、
And also we will provide support for every employees.
ガーデナーズという名前の由来は、庭の手入れをするように健やかに人を育てたい、そういうところがある。
So we name it gardeners because it's like we see as a company as kind of a garden, and then people who are keeping to maintain the environment. So we name ourselves gardener.
特徴的なのは恒常的なチームではない。
And this group is ideally not existed. So we try to eliminate this group. That's our goal.
チームの自己組織化が加速して、チーム独自でこれができるようになったら解散することを示しています。
So if team can self-manage also, if the team can decide who to fire or those kind of stuff, then they can, we could eliminate these group also.
最後、まとめになります。フラット組織がイノベーションを加速するということを伝えていました。
So that this environment actually help to create an innovative product.
レスを適用にすることによってフィードバックサイクルが速くなる。
And then increase the feedback cycle after this adoption.
顧客と近いことがエンジニアの成長を促すこと。
And also this closer to the customer contributed to growth of the developers.
ご清聴ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much.